Hey guys, welcome back. I came across an article about Target. Target actually implemented a new policy asking gun owners not to bring guns onto their property. And you know what? They have a right to do that. It's private property. The Second Amendment protects my right to bear arms. However, they also have property rights as private property owners to say that, hey, we don't want you on our property. And you know what? That's their choice. And I will honor their choice. And by doing so, I will choose not to do business with Target anymore, okay? Because I carry a firearm everywhere I go. And that's something I prefer to do. It's a choice that I've made. And, they can ask people not to bring guns onto their property, whether it be open carry or concealed carry. And we also have the right to say, you know what, we don't want to do business with you. We'll go elsewhere. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I'm just going to say that's what I'm going to do. Starbucks had a similar policy. They ask people to leave their guns in their vehicle. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to avoid your company, your property altogether. It doesn't make any sense to go into an area where you're advertising, hey, people are not allowed to bring guns here, or we're asking people not to bring guns here. It's, for one thing, mass shootings are actually very rare, despite all the media hype when they do happen. Homicides have been dropping dramatically. Murders have been dropping pretty dramatically over the last 2 decades, and that's just a reality. For example, half of the murders are actually happening in poor African American communities. Half of the murder victims are black. Half of the perpetrators are also black, and it's a pretty serious situation, and it's something else. We can do a whole video on that in and of itself. And a lot of these areas where there's a lot of these murders happening are areas like Chicago and DC, where they had a lot of gun control, a lot of gun regulation and bans and stuff, and obviously it didn't really work out in areas. But also there's areas like Detroit where they don't have so much of that, and they still have some serious problem. I always said that it's pretty much a culture. It's the people that we need to be focusing on what's happening in the culture, not so much some tool. But anyway, if you think that preventing or asking me to not bring a gun onto your property is going to make your property a safer place, then you're fine to just go ahead and do that. I'll just avoid your property. I've never been in trouble pretty much at all. I've never had any convictions. I've never been a violent person. There's been situations where people gotten violent with me and I had to defend myself, but I've never really seeked violent situations. I try to avoid violence in general. If I get into an area and I see that, I get a vibe that something bad is about to go down, I get out of there. And if I can walk away from a confrontation, if I can walk away, that's exactly what I will do. I'm not interested in trying to project a tough guy persona. So with that said, if you think you're going to feel safer with someone like me not being there, then, you're entitled to your own fantasy, okay? So, that's just how I feel about that issue right there. Some people ask me, some corrections from my last video. Some people said that, it's not $10.49, it's $10.49, and you're right. Another thing, I said octane in reference to music. Obviously, that's for gas, so that was a mistake right there. And thank you for pointing that out, guys. Also, someone asked me, why do you punch the bag with your gun belt on? You're crazy. I wonder why they want to ban your guns or whatever. It's like, come on. Look, it's just exercise. It's not that serious. Okay, the reason why I still wear the gun belt is because if I have to throw a punch, if I have to throw some punches in defending myself, and I'm always carrying a gun, I should probably get used to throwing punches when I'm carrying a gun. And using a gun isn't always going to be the solution in dealing with someone trying to attack you. You want to have different options. A gun is a tool, it's an option, something to think about. As far as concealed carry here, Kentucky recognizes Michigan's concealed carry permit, and they also recognize a lot of other states' concealed carry permits as well. But I'm still interested in getting an additional CCW. Actually, they call it something different here. But anyway, something to keep in mind as well. As far as the bag, I have to fill it up a lot more and really lift it up higher so that I don't want to feel like I'm punching low all the time. So those are some things I'm working on. Yes, I am going to get that PTR 91. I'm very excited about it. I'm gonna try to see if I can just shoot brown bear through it, because that'll be a lot more affordable. Steel case brown bear ammunition. That's something I think will be a lot more affordable. That's something I'm definitely looking at. I also want to get a Glock 30S, something I also want to do, but I'm also going to slowly but surely make sure I get plenty of ammunition and cans again. I want to make sure I build up a nice amount, and the cans make it a lot easier to really store it for long-term storage. So anyway, guys, those are some of the things that are on my mind. what is your response to Target's policy, to Starbucks policy? What do you do when companies say, "No, don't bring a gun here"? You know, we had a movie theater here in Kentucky, in Pike County. There's only one movie theater, and they have a "No Guns Allowed" sign out there. So when I saw it, I stopped. I turned around, got back in the vehicle, and I left. It's just as simple. Now I go over to Virginia to see movies. you know, bad guys are gonna do what they're gonna do, whether you declare it to be a gun-free zone or not. I mean, come on. Actually, they have the most success in hurting people in these mass shooting type of situations in those areas that are declared to be gun-free. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Bye.